I was asked a question about the running rail shot. What I'm going to do in this first one is show you what needs to be done. When you're hitting a running rail shot, regardless of how far you are up the rail, you want to try to hit the rail and the cue ball at the same time so that you push your object ball down the rail. If you hit the rail before, you're going to come off with your object ball. If you hit the rail after, you're going to give almost a bank effect. So what I'm going to do in this first one is use just top English, just in my area here. I'm going to hit right above center. So I'm going to center my cue right there at the top of the circle and try to make the shot. And that's how you make it with running English. Now I'm going to try to draw the ball. I'm going to put a little draw on the ball, a little bottom English. Okay. Not a whole lot, too much. And if you hit the ball too hard on this shot, you're going to pop the ball out of the pocket. It's going to rattle around. I have smaller than normal pockets on my pool table, so it makes it a little difficult even for me to make this shot. And that's using back English. You can see it draws the ball back a little bit. Now I'm going to show you the effects of using solid right English or solid left English and how using that English will throw either your ball into the pocket for a scratch or bring your ball off the rail. When shooting the rail shot like this from about this area, there's not very many times that you really want to use a solid left or a solid right English. What you'll want to do is use a combination of, put a little high right English on it, or a little high left, or maybe a little low left or a low right to get the angle you want. Putting dead right or dead left English, going anywhere past right there. So if you were to put that on a clock, this would be 12 o'clock, this would be 3 o'clock. If you're past 1:30 or 4:30, if you're in that between 1:30 and 4:30, you're using too much of the right English. Or just go the opposite way of, what would that be, 6, 7, 8, 7:30 to 10:30. Anywhere in that area you're using too much English. I'm going to use dead right English and try to make this ball. I probably won't, but I'll try. As you can see, I was quite far off. I'll try that again. I'm going to use dead right again. I was using dead right English. Now I'm going to use dead left English. Not getting quite the effect you want. Now I'm going to use a little bit, I'm going to use my clock looking scale of, I'm going to use a little bit of high right English on this next shot. That was just a mishit by me. My bad on that one. I'll try putting that high right on there again. You can see how putting the English will affect how your object ball comes off the rail. I'll try the left one. This will be with high left. And you make the ball. Now I'll show you what the reaction of the ball is whenever you hit that ball on the rail. If you watch the spin bank shot, or how my the dynamics of the pool shot, as you're coming in, if your cue ball is spinning this way, when you hit your object ball, it's going to spin out of the pocket. So if you're using the dead left English, it's going to spin the opposite way. If you're using the dead right English, when you hit, it's going to also spin it off. By hitting it direct, both at the same time, you're giving the ball no choice but to run down the rail. Same thing with the back English. If you're hitting them both at the same time, you're giving it no choice but to run down the rail. By putting anything other than top or bottom English on it, you're giving your object ball an opportunity to spin off the rail or spin into the rail and off. Until you get really, really good and you can put the low left or low right English on there and not transfer a whole lot of energy to your object ball to push your object ball down the rail. That's just a timing factor that takes a lot of practice. So what you want to do for right now is just go for hit a little bit high or a little bit low, or hit it dead even. And that's going to push your object ball in and hopefully not scratch you. Your cue ball should not, unless you're hitting it dead center middle, then it may trail off and go in the pocket. Use a little bit of high, a little bit of low, you'll be fine. And then as you get better at the shot, practice. But remember, if you hit the ball too hard, you're gonna rattle the ball in the pocket. I have that problem myself, as I rattle a lot of balls in the pocket right here because I hit the ball too hard. I hope this helps.